Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. You see the title of the video. So apparently fans are wanting Michael Jordan, the GOAT, to apologize for the fact that Jerry Krause was booed in Chicago during a ring ceremony. And before we get into this, so I'm going to read this article. Read from this article. So it says, fans booed late Chicago Bulls GM Jerry Krause during their inaugural Ring of Honor class on Friday. The man responsible for building a legacy cementing roster around Michael Jordan and turning them into six-time NBA champions was in the middle of audible boos. This was predominantly due to how he also played a part in the dynasty's undoing, as shown in ESPN and Netflix Last Dance. Krause being booed had his wife Thelma in tears over the lamentable reception. This led to Twitter slamming Jordan for Krause's portrayal in the groundbreaking documentary. So, what I want to say about this is I definitely feel sorry for Jerry Krause's wife. And, you have some people who are saying, like, pretty much like, let it go. It was over, 20 years ago when all this stuff took place, or even longer than that. And, basically the past should be forgiven. And I guess people are kind of blaming Michael Jordan for rehashing it in The Last Dance. So here's how I feel about that. First of all, whatever happened in The Last Dance is not like it was untrue. Secondly, I definitely don't feel like Michael Jordan owes an apology. If he wanted to just be nice and offer some, offer an apology to console Jerry Krause's wife, okay, that would be nice. But I don't think he owes an apology to anybody. But here's what I want to say. Fanboys, stay tuned. Because we're going to tie this back into you guys and your king. Here's what I want to say, is that inevitably, whatever choices you make, good or bad, you may have to answer for them years down the road. Whatever mistakes you make, you may have to answer for them years down the road. Now, here's the thing. What I think that ultimately determines how those mistakes or how your flaws will be viewed is the intention behind what you do. And I say that because, yes, Jerry Krause was obviously portrayed in a negative light in The Last Dance. But again, like I said, this is true stuff. I mean, what can you really argue with? Pippen was upset that some of his flaws were displayed in The Last Dance. But here's the thing. Michael Jordan's flaws were also displayed in The Last Dance. Michael Jordan's harsh leadership style was displayed in The Last Dance. And like I said, ultimately what I think is going to determine how your flaws are viewed, or if you are forgiven for your flaws, or if your flaws are justified, is the intention behind it. Now, say what you want about Michael Jordan's leadership style. And, I just did another video on his leadership style, a day or two ago. Say what you want about it, but his intentions were simply to win. That was his intention. And not only that, if you look at that Last Dance, you also see that not only did he want to win, but he wanted his teammates to win. He wanted them to experience winning and to be a winner also. So when it's all said and done, no matter what, and obviously there are people who still criticize him for his leadership style, mostly members of the CFL. But in general, Michael Jordan is still viewed as the GOAT. And I don't think that harmed his legacy. I think most people feel like, hey, maybe his leadership style was harsh, but it was good intentions. So, going back to Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause basically became a victim of his own ego in need for praise and recognition. Much like somebody else who we talk about on this channel all the time, the Deer. So Jerry Krause felt victim of his need for praise and recognition. And because he could not let it go, he ended a dynasty that possibly had another year or two, dare I say 3 years of championships, or at least championship possibility left. Because he couldn't get out of the way of his ego. And so, say what you want, but his intentions behind that was not good intentions. The intentions behind him breaking up, telling Phil that you could go 82-0 and you're still not coming back. Jerry Krause was simply bitter because he was not getting the same recognition and because he wanted more praise. So because of that, there is nothing good that you can look back upon and say, well, you know what? I understand why he broke up that dynasty. There is nothing left but a lot of bitterness. And because of that, because of his intentions weren't good behind what he did, I understand how he could still get booed today. I'm not saying he should have got booed, and I definitely don't think he should have got booed considering he's not here and his wife had to bear the brunt of that. I don't think he should have got booed. I'm just saying I can understand why he still got booed. Because you can't justify what he did. You can't say he had good intentions behind what he did. Now, let's go ahead and move on to my last point. Fanboys, you know where we going with this. You know where we going. My last point is that this ultimately is going to be your king's fate. This will be the fate of LeBron James. All this, all these attempts to convince people that he's the GOAT is not going to age well. I've said this before, and I'm gonna keep saying this. Fanboys, I know it hurts every time you hear it, and I hope it hurts. Because like I said, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom in order to change. I am here to help you hit rock bottom. Your king, when he retires, is going to fall. When people are looking back over his legacy, all the hype that he is receiving now is going to crumble. People are going to look back not only at his game and say, hold up, how was this guy ever in the conversation with Michael Jordan? Like this was truly a manufactured debate. But they're also going to say, how did this guy ever pass Kobe Bryant? How did we put this guy above Larry Bird and Magic and Kareem? Possibly Wilt and Bill Russell. His legacy is going to crumble. And then when you factor in the antics along with that, Fanboys is going to be bad for you guys. Because his intentions behind what he's doing is not good. He's doing this simply because he wants the praise and adulation. He's doing this because he wants to be seen as one of the greatest winners without becoming one of the greatest winners. There is going to be nothing you can do to justify his antics when it's all said and done. So, this video went a little longer than I intended. But like I said, I think anything you do, I feel like that people don't spend enough time, or I should say people get caught up in the moment and, make bad decisions without thinking about, hey, this could come up years later. And like I said, depending on what your intentions are, determines whether you will be vindicated in the choices you make, or whether people will forgive you for the choices you make, or whether people will forever hold a grudge about the choices you make. So like I said, Jerry Krause, I feel like he's forever going to hold that because he had no good intentions behind breaking up that dynasty, except his ego just got in the way. And like I said, LeBron James, all this propaganda trying to, force this GOAT conversation down people's throat, trying to diminish the players of the past. All those passive aggressive tweets he liked to do against older players, it's not going to age well. And at the end of the day, when he retires, his legacy is going to crumble. But anyway, we're going to hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about Jerry Krause getting booed? Do you think it was justified? Do you think it shouldn't have happened? Do you think Michael Jordan should apologize for that? Let me know what you guys think. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.